Good afternoon, everyone. Today we have Dr. K. Soundarpandian, Scientist, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, New Delhi, for the session Challenges in Embedded IoT Design. Dr. K. Soundarpandian, Scientist, received PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, IIT, Patna, and postdoctoral fellow PDF from New York University. Currently serving as scientist for Government of India (GOI) in the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Office of CCA, New Delhi since 2018, with the responsibility to handle the digital signature certification (PKI) and Internet of Things (IoT). Prior to this, Dr. K. Soundarpandian has worked for 12 years as research scientist grade 1 in Indian Institute of Information Technology Design and Manufacturing, Jabalpur. Executed the research work in the field of VLSI, cryptography, etc. Prior to this, scientist worked for 5 years as research scientist grade 2 in Indian Institute of Technology IIT Kanpur and executed the research projects related to mechatronics, robotics, etc. Prior to this, worked for 2 years as project engineer to develop IP core on FPGA board in Center for Electronics and Design and Technology of India, Ministry of Communications and Information Technology. Doctor has guided several UG, PG and PhD scholars for their research work, and one of his scholars received Young Scientist Award. Professor has published 40 number of SCI indexed journals and also presented many papers in conferences. 3 number of funded projects has been executed as principal and co-principal investigator. To his credit, he has 5 patents. Also received Outstanding Scientist Award for his contribution towards research excellence and accomplishments in the area of electronics and communication. Today we are blessed to have you here for session, sir. We welcome you, sir.
Thanks for your the long brief introduction about myself.
Welcome, welcome, sir.
First of all, I'd like to happy to be here to be a part of this program on this Constitutional Day. Hope everybody can know this. Today is the Constitutional Day of India. I'm happy to present myself before this the big gathering today. Uh, I hope everybody would have had a big lunch, so it's very difficult for you to for me to wake you up. I hope so. Uh, Let me share my presentation first. Is it sharing now? Hello.
Sir, Sita Raman, sir, your screen is visible, sir.
My visible? Okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes.
Yeah. Let me start with the today's topic, the impact of emerging technology and the challenges in IoT design. See, basically, I've chosen this topic to focus more towards the emerging technology, which is going to have play a major role with respect to design of the IoT devices. So when I talk about IoT device, the all in all, let's go through some of the outlines. How this cyber physical system or cyber security is going to play a major role in this IoT design, and what are the key trends and significance of IoT, how the global market is going to focus on this IoT, and what are the projects which is involved around this IoT product, and what is the current and the future prospects of IoT, and how this IoT is going to play a major role in our information as well as industry revolution. Adding to this, we can able to discuss some of the projects and submissions of schemes which is available in Ministry of Electronics. So what is IoT basically? It's all about an information. As you know, it's all a collection of data from different devices, which is embedded with the software, hardware, the network connectivities, so that they can able to share the data among each other without any human intervention. That's the main goal. So whenever I want to go for an IoT, it means two things. One is it makes your life ease of life, as well as it is connecting to wherever you are sitting at home. For example, the Uber. For example, the day-to-day life vehicle which are going to play the major role. And the major important thing is that it's going to transmit the data as well as it's going to capture the data, and it's all going to play the major role in the cloud. And basically, if we talk about this today's market, in 2025, it is expected that 100 million devices are going to be get connected with the revenue of 3 to 6 trillions of US dollars. And this is a major role where IoT is going to play the major role for the marketing drive as well as the marketing barrier. It's going to expand the internet of connectivity, high mobile connectivity, the low cost sensors, large IoT investments. This is going to play the major role for any device, anybody, any service, any place, anytime. So these concepts making me to understand or leading the country next towards the IoT, the market barriers. So what are the market barriers? Basically the security aspect, the privacy, the implementation, and the technology fragmentation. So when I talk about this market, the market mostly focus on the privacy. This privacy and security aspects going to play the lead the role. At today's point of time, all the IoT devices are not safe. Everything is in the open market. All the information are shared by the next user. It means whenever you give an app allow, it means you are going to allow your privacy also along with your IoT device. So what are the key trends? India is a big market for IoT due to the diversified geography and the population. So what are the key trends in IoT? You have the smart houses. All your houses, the consumers are connected towards the Internet of Things. You have smart wearables, smart healthcare. Every app are integrated with your hospitals. The smart industry where all sensors, the big data analytics, intelligence are connected towards the cyber physical system. All your cars are connected towards the smart wearables or smart houses or smart healthcare and smart retailers nowadays comes up with the Geomart, the Reliance, all the big the sorts, the smart cities. Basically, this smart city is going to play the major role in today's life. Where government is initiated many smart cities identified all over the country to make user friendly to the society as well as to make the safety and security for the public as well. Now it comes with the smart power grids also, where the information related to all the electrical suppliers, the consumers, the automated fashionables, how much the current consumption has been integrated with each and every household as well as the consumer, the commercial. That makes the power grid to sacrifice how much the power has to be generated in particular point of division. So these way the key trends of IoT is going to play the major role, and that's going to lead towards the big market. So what are significance? They are broadly classified into two users. One is a private user, one is a corporate user. When I'm talking about the private users, I need a high quality of life. One is the comfort, other is the security. But when I talk about the corporate, they talk in terms of reduction of the cost, the efficiency, and the better control over the business. So this makes the corporate to understand not much focus towards the security. They don't bother about the security. They bother about only the business. When I talk about the user area, so the benefits, we have real-time analytics, human to machine communication, and newer products are coming up day by day. So that's going to give you more revenue to the corporate users. But as far as the private users are concerned, so we never think of the security, but the major role plays in IoT is the security of every device. And these are the few vendors which is as of now which is working in the having a major role in IoT. That is MediaTek, Qualcomm, NXP, NVIDIA, Samsung, Unicom, Allwinners, Rockchip. These are the major targets. They are the major target IoT application owners, especially these smart TVs, wearables, e-books, the wearable like augmented realities, the wearable smart TV, smart speakers, like the day-to-day life which we have been right now using it. So when we just move on to the global market, so if you see the North America, the European, Asia Pacific, so they have a major contribution up to 70% of the overall region of the country, and the rest of the world is only 30%. The top companies which is going to play the major role is the SAP, the Oracle, the Texas, the Microsoft. So when I talk about this technology, the RFID based the IoT device are machine to machine, the SCADA, the Zigbee sensor, the cloud management. So these are the market trends which is going to play the major role with this by market technology. And overall, when I'm talking about this market by application, So this consumer service, the smart application plays a major role, and the consumer service. You see the consumer service, you see the role or the major part it is going to play the role because of the public. So when I'm talking about the public, so this corporate users never bother about the security. So that's what we have to be very cautious. So this is a major reason where now IoT is getting a more the hot cake as well as interest towards the public. Yeah. So when we move towards the global sharing of IoT projects, smart cities, connected industry, connected buildings, connected cars, the smart energy, the connected health, smart supply chain, smart agriculture, smart retailers. So when we talk about these trends, what is going to convey out of it? See, the major role is played by the Americans, the Europe, and the other part of the Asia Pacific. So whenever this move towards this, mostly if we talk about the smart cities, now this is a major trend where it's involving all the public towards the safety and security aspect, so that every data is safe and secure in the smart cities, and all the public interests are maintained in the smart city industries. And when I talk about the connected industries and connected buildings, so these are the booming industry which is going to play the major role. And this, the global, as of the global publicity announced, the IoT projects have been totally integrated along with the smart cities and all the connected industries, so that the industry is going to play the major role for towards the industry revolution. So this is quite interesting. When I talk about this 2003 and the initial stage, there are 6.3 billions of world population. The connected devices around 500 million. So you see this figure, the 0.01, it understood that only one per people is connected to one device. So when we gradually move towards the benefit of the growth of with the reference to the IoT, if you see in 2020, every household, every individual is connected to 7 devices. This is massive. It means the user has started using more number of IoT devices within the society itself. For example, you have been connecting to your AC, fridge, washing machine. So now everything is connected to IoT device. It means the moment you enter towards your Wi-Fi or your IoT device, every person is connected with 7 devices. Every phone, basically every phone is connected to 7 devices. So this plays a major role with the big data. So when I'm talking about the big data, again, you are going to lose your privacy. So that is a major role where IoT is going to have a big contribution towards for the safety and security of the public. So what is the future prospect of IoT? So I want to make everything is modernized. I want to make all the industry modernized. I want all my the global network, that is home consumer, transport, health, buildings, and the smart cities. So this major role plays my to make me see two things. The one is the big data, one is the safety and security. How this is controlled. The human interference which is going to play the role with the controlling the device, the cloud service, the global network. These global networks is going to connect in a single channel. That is cellular network. These all IoT products are now working in a cellular network. It's not a dedicated line. Because of the cellular network, any adversary can come into the network and he can crack your database. So this is where the real problem arises for the Indian system or Indian ecosystem, because we have a huge geological population as well as a huge number of people are using this IoT product. So let's come to what the Indian scenario is going to have with this IoT startup. So as far as the IoT Center of Excellence is established by NASCOM MIT as a ANET for research projects, they have initiated the Digital India initiative, and this has been helping accelerating the growth of every ICT capacity of the country. And we have started with the smart city mission. 100 cities will be identified in the country to develop the smart cities, and there is a national digital communication policy has been developed. It also creates a roadmap for emerging technologies like in IoT countries in our country. So following are the number of startups in country. In Ahmedabad we have 29, Bangalore we have 720 IoT startups, Chennai we have 64, Coimbatore 30, Hyderabad 82. So these are the figures which shows that it has been increasing day by day. It means that IoT users are also increasing, the startups are also increasing, which has a large market behind it as well large entrepreneurs are behind that. So this plays a major role and the initiatives in our Indian scenario. What is the pros and cons? What are the challenges we face? So let's come back to this the topics which have been chosen today. So scalability. How far it's going to enhance your scalability of the IoT? First is the technology standardization. We don't have any technology standardized as of now. We have been blindly using the Wi-Fi network and we have been blindly using the existing, which is IEEE 801.11 sector network. That's it. Nothing. We don't have any interoperability. Those who are working in IoT projects, they may be facing this interoperability problem. And the software complexity, the big data. As I'm talking about the big data, which is, plays a major role in collecting the data from industries, smart cities, smart wearables, smart cars, everywhere. And most important thing is the power supply. So how to make my power very efficient? So the more you reduce the size of your IoT product, the more the power has to be plays a major role. So and as well as the interaction, the short range communication, the wireless communication, security and the privacy hazards and the plot fault tolerance. So these challenges, when I'm talking about the challenges, the interoperability, that the security hazard, the scaling, the IoT in Indian system ecosystem, and the strategy as an organization issues. Because these organization issues will play a major role when I'm talking about the larger skills, the skill labors, the innovation, the governing bodies, and this aspect. And when I'm talking about the key impact, key benefits, it means that you'll be getting your data real time, it's very low cost, but it can be improved by decisions because it takes the real time analytics and human to human, machine to machine communication is more efficient and productive. And new offers of products, new revenue streams is generated because of this IoT products because more and more number of startups are coming, more entrepreneurs are coming out. So the more number of users are being introduced into the Indian system, and we get the best customer service because we have lot of IoT products are coming up day by day. Okay, let's talk about. We have been discussing about IoT. IoT. What is IoT is going to do with this industry? What type of revolution is going to generate, has generated, or is going to generate with this IoT and the data service is going to extend. IoT is basically a technology which is embedded to cyber physical system because it's an integrated device. The 4.0 is the fourth revolution. Now it has come to 5.0 also. So I've been discussing about 4.0 is the basic trend of IoT which has started with your design. It is having a decentralized intelligence system. It is having the object networks, the independent policy management. It is having interaction with the real-time and virtual world. It has been a crucial in new aspect of manufacturing and the production. Basically, this Industry 4.0 created a smart factory, which is augmented web connectivity. Anybody, the manager of the concern can start controlling his whole factory in sitting at his home. So this makes the industry more revolution, more product, and more enthusiastic because it's going to reduce the manpower. Moreover, it's going to introduce the lot of data which is integrated, connected along with the cyber physical system. And Industry 4.0 as a smart manufacturing for the future. It's identified by the German Trade and the Investment. This is the organization. So let's talk about how in a like a pictorial representation, what is this fourth industrial revolution which had played a major role from Industry 1.0. Initially, if we start with the 1.0, it's like a steam engine. So the gradually, if it moves to Industry 2.0, it's electricity. When it moves to the still electricity, we don't have any problem about the data. We are so safe and safe and secured with the security of the data, and privacy is maintained. All the factories are running very smoothly. The only problem is that we are not able to achieve with the other parts of the world because the production is not that up to the level. The production has to be meet the competitiveness of the world so that the Indian GDP can be improved. That comes into the 3.0 where the computational comes into picture. Once computation comes into picture, again, we have faced a lot of problems with this, the safety, security, the IoT standardization, the hazard, every XYZ problem has arise. The finally, we are in this 4.0 where this cyber physical system plays a major role. Here, if you see every device, even the car, the mobile, the network, the structure, the drone. So this, even this, what I'm talking about, this metro system. So those are also connected with this Wi-Fi. and all the drones, the helipads, the information which is going to get it from the avionics. So everything is now Industry 4.0, that is called information revolution or industrial revolution. So let's come back to the emerging technology. We are talking about, we have been identified with digital security, the blockchain, IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analytics, the cloud computing process, geospatial, augmented reality, the 3D printing, and the drone technology. So if I'm talking, if I'm compared with this Industry 1.0, it's the 18th century, that's all steam-based engine. As I told you, the second revolution within the 20th century, electrical energy-based mass production is occupied. When we go for the third revolution, it's the first in the information revolution. It started, the revolution started from the third industrial revolution. That's called computer-based, internet-based knowledge. And when I'm talking about the fourth industrial revolution, this emerging technology played a major role where the intelligence, the artificial intelligence, the software, the big data, the IoT, the blockchain, the different lookup table. So here, this integrating of all the things comes into picture for the 4.0 industrial revolution. So when the second information revolution started in the early 21st century, then the real problem of safety and security has been integrated. So these are the challenges. Basically, the challenges of IoT is basically to integrate to the device with this big data, how to process this data, how the IoT is going to sustain. Because the moment you say IoT is a small device or the bigger device, how it's going to connect, how the data is going to be maintained in a very safety secure. Because every data is very important. So how this IoT is connected to the cyber physical system? Initially, if you see, the machines are the ideal machines. When it's connected to the IoT or the Wi-Fi, the local integrated network, initially it was a CNC machine. When the CNC machine is connected to the Wi-Fi network, it becomes a cyber physical system. So the CPS is the next evaluation, manufacturing, mechanics, engineering, essential device. So this is going to make a bridge between the digital and the physical Internet of Things, and that's going to have a increase the communication network. One, it has a unique identified device, and it has a controller, sensors, actuators. By simple word, it's simply a network of cyber physical things for information to transfer. So this is going to transfer the data not in a physical mode, in a wireless mode. Once everything is wireless mode, then the moment the machine is going to be the wireless, you can able to increase your production process also, because it's going to work in a millisecond channel of information. So what I'm going to do with this data analytics, how the data analytics is very important in an IoT system, and how it's going to play the major role with this information device. When I'm talking about the data, the growth is 4 times the world economy. Basically, for every day we create in a Facebook or the Google, the whatever the social media, it's like a 2.0 billion type bytes of data are every day generated. It means it is equivalent to 4 equal tasks. It's not possible to store such a data. It's big data. This big data has to be analyzed, processed, and it has to be maintained. So again, there's a big market within this data analytics. So IoT is not only the IoT, it is a club of all. It's the safety, security, the data analytics, the information which has to be transmitted from one end to the other end. So these kind of data has to be now and then to be saved and processed, and it has to be executed. So what is the difference between the big data and the IoT? So big data is all about the information. It's a wide range of modifiers when discussing the big data day to day in with all information. But IoT is all about the information, the gadgets which is available within the device. So this like IoT can be segregated in two ways. One is it's like a 12 million RFIDs are labeled or sold in 2012. In 2020, it evaluates 209 billions of uh, IoT devices going to be sold. And big data is basically the data which collects from the emails, Facebook, tweets, photographs of Facebook, and the gadgets that connect the web, which is going to use by today by 50 billions by 2020. So that's really the big data. The more amount of information grows day by day, and it is going to play a major role in the IoT. And the industry is expected to develop about 10.2 billions by 2013 and 54.3 billions by 2017. Now, it's at least almost we have achieved this 200 billions of US dollars by 2019. The latest projection I am not able to collect it, so that could be more than this. like approximately 250 billions of dollars. It might have approached. So this is the overall convergence of applications in the major industries like advanced robotics, advanced additive manufacturing, augmented reality, simulation, vertical integration, industrial internet, so the cloud computing, the cybersecurity, big data analytics. So in this all this reality of applications, the challenges in IoT is the integration and privacy, the software and hardware integration, how this big data is going to be analyzed, how the big data is going to be transmitted from the user end to the device, how this channel is taken, how to improve the productiveness. So these are the real-time factors which have been utilized as well as they have been supporting as of now. And there's a lot of like open problems are available for the PhD scholars also, as well as the peer reviews like MTech PhD scholars also. So these are the areas where you can identify it. You can start working on this aspect because it has a big market as well as startup companies are coming out in this design. So let's come back to this, what the bureaucrat thinks about the today's emerging technology, about the blockchain, IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analytics, the cloud computing, the drone technology. In one of the speech in PM, he has mentioned Indian youth can lead a revolutionary movement using artificial intelligence and blockchain technology with a value addition. It means this is a talk he expressed in an agricultural university congregation. He was thinking this revolution in artificial intelligence and blockchain is going to lead the next coming up of farmers. Basically, they want to know what type of seed can be utilized in which geographical location or the climatic condition, the monsoon, the summer, the seed that depends upon the quality of the soil. So the artificial intelligence will help every farmer to identify what type of the crop you can able to yield in next few coming up 6 months. So again, this artificial intelligence, the blockchain technology is going to help how the fertilizer is going to help because all the fertilizing companies can be brought into blockchain technology so that the farmers can get the original the quality of the seed or as well as the fertilizer can be maintained so that no fuzzy can be integrated along with the blockchain technology. So this is the main word what our PM was projecting in one of his talks. So this revolution is going to play the major role for the farmers, basically the farmers. This can be integrated to any section also in future technology. As well as in one of the parliament session, our late Arvind Jaitley sir also was announcing it. The value of blockchain and assured government commitments to explore the use of blockchain technology will change the digital economy. Now you might be feeling how the digital economy is going to played a major role during this COVID time also. Now nobody is using this hard money. Everybody started moving towards a digital money. So the blockchain technology once brought into the picture, this digital economy will going to remove all the corruption, all black money. So this plays a very major role for IoT technology users. Uh, is there any questions? We can go for some small question sessions, then we can go for this project solution. Siddharaman, hello. The audience can raise their questions, no issue. Let's have a small debate, then we can go for the project submission in detail. Is there any questions? Hello, Siddharaman.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Should I continue or we can proceed with, we can go for small discussion?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As per your direction, sir. Till 3:30, you can take the lecture, sir.
Yeah, the audience can raise their, we can go for some small discussion, then I can
Yes,
talk.
sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
Inform the participants to interact with the speakers, okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, one of the participant has posted in chat box. The question is, what kind of tool can be used for blockchain?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Dr. Dinesh, see, I cannot comment on which tool you can use it. Again, it depends upon the user compatibility. It depends upon the system. You can go for any of your design and you can start working on the blockchain technology because the blockchain is again a big ocean. So I cannot comment on this particular tool. Okay.
Participants, any other questions? You can unmute and you can ask, or you can post it in the chat box, please.
I've seen one more message. Dr. Tanvir, that is a digital phone sensor which can be synchronized with IoT. See, in any device can be synchronized with IoT. Again, that depends upon the technology. You have to integrate the application. So, if the sensor is having this options to integrate, you can always integrate with the system design board. That you have to change the architecture. Uh, the IoT in the again IoT is a big division. See, IoT is normally it's talking about the information. So when you talk about the research in IoT, you have to identify a application. For example, right now we have been discussing more about the cybersecurity labeling of IoT products, which is nowhere existing in our country. So when I'm talking about the IoT, you have to consider the application for user friendly. Suppose, for example, you want to design something IoT for a farmer. Then you can integrate your artificial intelligence with IoT. You can integrate your blockchain with your IoT. So overall, the application depends. The IoT is it's a one word cannot determine any application. It is a huge application. Again, you have to channelize your application. You have to channelize your architecture with reference to the IoT, the application. That's how you have to lead the work. It's a big ocean. You can work with your communication also like recently, we have been you can start thinking of your low power wide area network, LoRa. So that is a big one is Zigbee Fox. So these are the communication areas along with the IoT. See, there are two different divisions. One is hardware security and of IoT. One is software security of IoT. Or you can talk about the communication integrated with this IoT. So there are three different directions you can work. Which one you want to decide? That again depends upon your interest. Is it okay? Okay, you're talking about the pH sensor. See, pH sensor is nothing. The pH sensor is basically it's a hardware device that has to be integrated. You want to talk about this the pH level of a water, right, Mr. Tanvir? Am I right? Is it the pH level of a water? If I'm right, then see again the pH level is, you can now as of now the device which is already exists to identify the pH level can be easily taken into wireless mode and be easily connected to IoT. Again, you have to modify the device. You have to modify the device just to use a Wi-Fi. That's what I'm talking about. When any data which is coming to Wi-Fi, the adversary can change your data. How to stop your data? If you can think of this area, it's a big area to work on a research. This Wi-Fi is very easy. You have to just integrate a Wi-Fi module that will communicate to an IoT device. That's basically an app which you're going to have it in your phone. Again, you can able to control or check the pH level of a sensor, or even you can check a pH level of a soil. Like you can that can be used for the agricultural purpose. So that can automatically we can feed the water to the ground. So these are the different structures where you can use your pH sensor and that can be integrated. And you have to be very cautious, like how to stop or how to make more secured your channel or how to secure your device. So if you can think of that, then you can start your IoT research in this area also.
Hello, sir. Is this audible?
Yeah, please.
So, but major issue with IoT is with the connectivity, no?
Yes.
So, yeah, so what could be the best solution apart from your GSM and you talk about LoRaWAN and other things,
Mm.
which could be better apart from these two?
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
right now we are working with the cellular network. Okay.
Yes,
So what I'm talking about is the low power wide area network is a recent updated in the communication field.
yes,
If it, these IoT devices or can be integrated with this communication protocol, because now there is no standardization. That's what I'm talking about. That's the
yes,
challenge in IoT. So now the new field is a low power wide area network or LoRa. LoRa, if you
yes,
can Google it, you can understand this. So many research papers have come out. This LoRa itself is a secure channel. It has a lot of security and privacy aspects can be maintained with this LoRa. So
okay,
coming on, because now Minister of Communication or the government is taking initiative to get rid of this GSM, cellular based
yes,
IoT product. Because every product, when you see, when your TV is connected to Wi-Fi, it means if I have your IP address of your TV, I can access your TV
yes,
without your intervention. It means that your TV is not safe, you are not safe. To avoid this situation now, start working with this LoRa or low power wide network, LPWAN. So these are the big market behind this and the communication. And you can have a good, if you can able to make a device out of this communication, you can have a very good device and you can have a go, you can be an entrepreneur.
but for that line of sight is required? No, no.
No, not always. See, because you're going to generate a new network protocol.
Okay,
Okay. It's a new network protocol. Like, see, your normal GSM is going to work on a network layer, right? You are
yes,
going to generate your own security channel network. It means that only you can access.
okay,
With your own encryption decryption, only you can access that particular LoRa or the network. The end user, suppose you consider you have connected your TV along with your LoRa, and your device is also connecting with the LoRa. It means the device which is connected only along with that communication protocol can able to access. No other adversary can enter into your network.
yes, sir, yes, yes,
This is what that new scheme, like a new people started working on that, and a lot of proposals are being like welcoming in this area now. Basically, this communication, talking about 5G, 4G, 6G, that's not going to see that's going to work out for only for the mobile data.
yes,
When we talk about IoT, that's no use for us because again you are going to come on to the common platform. Common platform is not going to play the major role because we don't want a common platform for IoT. IoT
yes.
needs a secure platform.
Th- Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjay. Any other question?
Sir, one of the participant has posted a question, sir. And the question is, please can you suggest about IoT in research area?
That's why I've already discussed. See, when you talk about the IoT and research area, basically you can work out in hardware IoT. It means that integration of the hardware along with your software simulation, and one is the communication. And recently I'm talking about this LPWAN and LoRa, which is because right now we are using cellular network. Like think about the non-cellular network, how to integrate your device in your secure channel. So this is again the big area. Otherwise, you can work on the cybersecurity labeling. I think Dr. Sitaraman can give much details about that also. So these are the identified areas. Apart from you can integrate your artificial intelligence I would along with IoT. That is again a big area. And the best area I can talk about is if you're a computer science student, you can work with the big data. How to optimize the big data in IoT because now you cannot store huge number of data because every day we are getting huge number of data. How to optimize that? How to save that? How to say which one is essential, which is not essential, that can be into a trash. So this type of segregation has to be done in IoT research, and big data is going to play a big role. And you can be a like good entrepreneur. How to make your analytics best for the IoT device. So these are a lot of huge number of research areas as in IoT. IoT blindly like a internet, whatever you have in Internet of Things, what you're going to collect out of your device can be a research. Okay. Any other questions? Have I cleared your doubt, Dr. Yasmin Begum? So I'll post my mail ID. For any further discussion, you can also mail me. I can able to help you. Yes, thank you. Any other question? Okay. Uh, uh, okay. Let me continue with this presentation again. I hope I have cleared all your doubts for the participants. So let me talk about like some of the slides. What are the project submission schemes which is available with Ministry of Electronics? So these are the R&D divisions in making. One is R&D in electronics, R&D in information technology, R&D in communication convergence and broadband technology, that is totally related to communication related areas like 3G, 4G, 5G, whatever the communication revolution which is coming out, and R&D in cybersecurity, innovation and center for excellence. There is one division is working on, and emerging area technology. We can talking about recently about the blockchain, artificial intelligence, the machine learning, the cloud, the drones, everything. And there are some schemes and policies for the institutions where they can start up their own incubation centers or startups. And there are some funded projects that have been issued from MIT side. And there's an internship for the students as well. Now it is 2020. I have not changed it. So now students also can apply all over India. I think 30 students are invited. There are some procedures for that. You can apply your students. You can encourage your students to apply for that. So when you talk about the divisions under R&D, R&D systems and application division, R&D in medical electronics, health information, microelectronics division, nanotechnology division, and innovation IPR, that is making supporting for a center of excellence. And when I talk about the information technology, there's a high performance computation where they are talking about the grand challenge problems in making a global relevance and promotions of R&D and HRD in the area of HPC, the high performance computation division. That's basically the simulation division. And IT in emerging area, digital preservance, green the computation, bioinformatics, as well as submit a project on the free and open source software. And there is one division which works on information technology and research academy, where they'll be supporting about the conferences, workshops which are going to conduct, and the mobile computing, IT-based innovations in water resource. So as well as the air pollution, the air monitoring control. So these are the different areas which has been working on this in R&D electronics. And when we talk about this R&D CCBT, so we're talking about the next generation communications, convergent technology, cybersecurity, the cellular network, the mobile, the ad hoc network, and data analytics, and machine-to-machine networks, wireless sensor networks, and they have been handling about this multi-language broadcasting application, linguistic languages, and the ICT application in strategic sensors. And there are cutting-edge technologies which is coming up and the developed roadmap. And the thrust area again is the R&D in cybersecurity. We have talking about the cryptography and security analytics, network and system security, security architectures, and you can able to
Excuse me,
submit.
sir.
Yeah,
Presentation not visible, sir.
not visible. Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
Is it visible now?
No, sir.
No, it's okay. Is it visible okay now?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
So I'm talking about this project and submission. These are the different divisions we have in NITI. R&D Electronics, Information Technology, IPR, Center of Excellence, Cybersecurity Division, and schemes. There are policies like a tied project where institutes can able to develop the incubation centers at their own campus, and there are funded projects issued by the NITI. And we have internships for the students also. And there is separate division working on the emerging technology, and there is a division for the accessibility, that is communication convergence and broadband technologies. And this R&D I've been discussing about now. It have been dealing with the electronic system development application divisions, R&D in medical electronics and the microelectronics divisions. And there are there are divisions handling about the high performance computation divisions also, and IT in emerging areas, which is about the bioinformatics, free and open source software. And there is a division called TRA that they are dealing with this information technology research academy, where you can able to submit your proposal for conferences, workshops, and the new networking, the mobile computing, and related to this IoT also you can submit here. And CCBT always thinks about the future next generation communications, where you can submit a proposal related to cyber physical systems, IoT, machine to machine language, and wide and wireless networks, fixed mobile coverage, or the latest technology, which are all related to communication, broadband technology, you can submit in R&D in CCBT division. And the third area of R&D cybersecurity is cryptography, cryptanalysis, where it deals with the FPGA, VLSI, the DSP, smart city, smart cards, RFIDs, later network security architectures, and vulnerability detection analysis, like basically the scanning tools, the other forms, the communication media. So these are the different areas where this R&D security, cybersecurity is handling it. And there are a lot of divisions where you can submit your proposals. And the main point in submitting in any proposal is that it has to come out with a device. You cannot stop only with the simulation, because ultimately it has to take up to the next level of entrepreneurs. So that's the main motive. So when you talk about any device, any biometric information, the authentic system, any trust module, make sure that it has been landing with your hardware device. And there are monitoring and surveillance for forensics that has the intrusion detection, content and traffic analysis, computer forensics. So this type of projects can be invited along in this R&D and cybersecurity division. So these are the schemes. That is ICT and Electronics R&D divisions and Innovation Framework 2013. And there's a tied project, that is technology incubation and development of entrepreneurs. So this under this scheme, where the institute can be supported from the to develop their own entrepreneurs at their campus itself, and it's going to give a strength in the technology, and it promote the product oriented research and development, and it encourages the indigenous product. That's what I'm talking about. When you do any project under METI, if you want to submit any project, so that project has to be developed with an indigenous product, and it has to pass, it has to go to the seller. So that's what the goal. This is going to develop the bridge between the R&D and the commercialization. And there is a multiple grant scheme also, where it's going to promote the industry-oriented R&D at institute level. Again, it's going to bridge the gap between the R&D as well as commercialization and the globalization. Because METI is also having one of more startup hubs also. In the startup hub, they'll be able to support you to develop your own entrepreneurs and startups when you have a real-time product or indigenous product in own design. And this is and again, they are supporting for international patent protection in electronics and information technology, and they cover up the schemes and the support for the international patent protection and for the small scale and medium scale entrepreneurs, and the support for the technology startup companies, and they develop awareness in IPR by conducting seminars and workshops, and invited some. You can also submit for funding for seminars and workshops also, in various stakeholders. And what I'm talking about the internship, these are the areas that have been identified by METI, where the students can apply for METI for in these areas. All over India, there will be only 30 students. I think I'm not exact with the number. They'll be having some fellowship also along with that, where you can meet the day-to-day expenses. So the minimum duration is 2 months. It can be extended for 3 months also. It depends upon the performance of the student. So these are the main core areas. And you can Google this. This is called MSH. MSH is basically the METI Startup Hub, where this startup hub has a dedicated web page to basically for the entrepreneurs to connect all the incubation centers, get the guidance from the mentors. It has a METI benefits in the METI schemes and access to center of all the excellence, and you can have your venture capital firms or angel investors in progress, whatever. You can start applying for your capital investments also. It has a interactive platforms where all many experts are available, where you can get your day-to-day life information or day-to-day life to improve your business, and you can have your collaborations and startups. You can improve your vision of robot, and you can also increase your business as well. Okay, this is basically to develop the entrepreneurs. This is called native startup hub. That we call this MSS. And finally, we talk about this the IPR support. So this is to create awareness and facilitate the support for each and every citizen, and it's promoting the IPR in the field of ICT, that is electronics, communication technology, electronics, and there is a strong IPR ecosystem which is available. It's going to again develop a bridge between the Indian system. And there is one division working on the technology development of Indian language. It's called, I'm talking about multi-language, linguistic languages, which is available in the country. So this is the overall schemes and policies which we have. Rest you can just go through our website and you can have your bigger knowledge and information. So any queries? Yeah.
Participants, you can post your queries in chat box or you can unmute and ask.
Any queries we can discuss. Any further queries you can mail me also. Okay, you can call me also. No problem.
Sir, thank you, sir. Sitaraman, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you,
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Sir, on behalf of AAA management and on behalf of Electronics and Communication Engineering and Computer Science Engineering, we take this opportunity to thank you for your wonderful presentation, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks for your support. Thank you.